Oh no. Oh. Well, it's definitely Sunday.
Yep.
And what a pedestrian Sunday it is down here. Dude, we only got up to like 52 degrees today.
Oh, it's not even that. It was 50. I know.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's supposed to drop to 36 tonight.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute. I thought I moved away from Mother Nature having PMS. I'm TJ, and that is Steve, and this is Mayhem's Amigos, and we are here, and we're live. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Hope we deliver a decent show while everybody gets a good laugh, and we're going to try to avoid things that make people sad, like politics.
Oh, yeah.
Although there was a political note I got that I was like, wow, really? And I got this yesterday.
Really?
Evidently, Elon Musk is stepping down and reportedly no longer going to head the Department of Government Efficiency.
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh, I know, right? Just broke my nuts. I mean, my heart. I mean,
Wonder if that means Trump's going to quit babysitting his little kid.
well, I mean, Trump is, I guess they separated amicably, but oh, leave it to Volk. I'm trying to watch the race.
Who's winning, Volk?
Yeah, that's a good question. Who is winning the race right now?
Please don't tell me Chase Earnhardt. I mean, Chase Elliott.
Oh, you'll never hear the end of it if that's the case.
Probably Jeff Gordon.
It ain't that fucking Jeff Gordon. That guy. Oh, I hate that guy.
He's one of those two people, you either love him or you hate him. There ain't no in between. Oh, God, that's just about Jeff Gordon. He's driving Jeff Gordon's fucking car.
Oh, William Byron?
Yeah, I can't stand him either. Biggest fucking baby.
Oh, so he cries like Jeff Gordon did.
Exactly.
And dude, that was my thing. It's like, dude, you fuck up and then you blame everybody else. Take your own fucking lumps.
He fits right into the Hendrix organization. All of them. Oh, we can't win. Oh, so we're going to cheat. We don't get caught. Oh.
Yeah, it kind of reminds you of, Deflategate.
Oh, yeah.
And Tom Brady when he was deflating footballs for the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it is.
Or paying for it to get done. However it was done. I don't care. Not a fan of Tom Brady.
No.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Brady was a great quarterback, but I'm glad he's not playing anymore. Hey, speaking of a Raiders fan, William Byron is winning the NASCAR race right now, 420.
Yeah, no shit. I'm watching it.
No.
I'm
not watching it. Volk just told me.
Better than Flubba Wallace. I mean, Bubba Wallace.
Well, I bet against him. Where's he running?
Crybaby Wallace? I don't know.
Bubba Wallace is racing for Michael Jordan, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
MJ never cried and complained when he lost a basketball game. He just came back in the next game and kicked their fucking ass.
Dude.
And he needs to get people that know how to drive, too, so that way they can kick ass.
Well, you know.
Poor
I mean,
fucking,
he's got to offer you the right amount of money.
Dale Jr., the poor dude, man. He finally gets all the fucking rights and everything to his original 8.
Yeah.
And now fucking Lamar Jackson is suing a football player for the fucking Baltimore Ravens. He's suing Junior because the numbers look the same. because he has, all his apparel with the 8 on it.
Wait a minute. Now, Junior's been running that 8 since the early 2000s.
I know. And he
late 90s, actually.
Yeah,
and
late
he finally,
90s.
and he finally got all the rights to it and everything else. And now this Lamar Jackson steps in and says, "Whoa, wait a minute. That looks too much like my number 8. We're gonna have to do something about that."
Okay, we can do something about that. Go ahead and take it into court. And when Junior shows that that's been the scheme of his 8 since the late 90s, Lamar Jackson's going to have to suck his dick.
I hope
What's
so.
he going to do? You going to try to take the 3 next?
No, well, I think this race. I think this is the race. This is Darlington, right?
Yes.
This is where Ty Dillon is running a black number 3.
Do you see the color scheme for the 43?
Oh, really? No, I haven't.
It looks like the STP car that Petty had.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Pretty much with a different sponsor, of course, but the same colors as the STP.
I think they did a bunch of throwback for Darlington.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of Petty, he just needs to retire because he's not sounding good at all.
Oh, Richard?
Yeah, he's like sounds like really slow, groggy. He moves just like just.
Well, he's like 100 fucking years old.
Yeah, King Richard's been around for a while.
The thing is, his son Kyle looks older than he does because Richard, his mustache and his hair is all black, whereas Kyle's is like all gray.
I bet there's a little bit of Grecian formula in there.
I was thinking just for men, but yeah.
I don't know. I never cared for Kyle Petty. I'm sorry. He is what I call a filler. He didn't win. He didn't run last, but he was always somebody qualified 23rd or worse.
Rest in peace, but his son is just as bad.
Oh,
that's why I say rest in peace, because his son died.
Yeah, he died. Yeah, I had him.
Yeah. I mean, Junior had the ability to run up front. Now, he didn't have it like Dale, but he had the ability to run up front.
Right.
And he, you got him on restrictor plate racetracks. Junior was a top 5 every time when he was racing for DEI. Right. And I think what killed him was when he went to Hendricks.
Yeah. What realistic, to my opinion, what really killed him was his dad passing away, because I think he lost a little bit of love for it because he was getting to race against his dad.
Yeah. Well, no, and I'm not going to. Yeah, you saw a lot of that die out when Senior passed, but even then on restrictor plates and some of the short tracks too, like he was starting to get pretty nasty at Bristol.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I agree there.
And that was after Dale passed. But I'm saying when he was racing for DEI, he had a contention car all the time. And I think the only reason Hendricks wanted him was his name.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I can see that.
Think about who Hendricks had right there. He had Jeff Gordon. He had Jimmy Johnson. Earnhardt wasn't getting top-notch shit. He was getting everybody's fucking hand-me-downs.
Yes, he was.
He's the third car in the fucking line. You do what I tell you to do. If I tell you to fucking block, you block.
Yep, pretty much.
If you're in the lead.
I can see that.
If you're in the lead and you're fucking Jeff Gordon's lead, motherfucker, you better slow down.
Yeah, I know that part. Yeah, that I heard that was actually true.
Well, Hendricks has done that forever. He'll back when the day.
If Hendricks' Golden Boy isn't winning and one of his other cars are winning, they'll tell that winning car to move back so that way his Golden Boy can be up front.
Yeah.
Back in the day when the points were different, he would put a car, if the points were close coming into the last few races, he'd put an extra car in a race just to have it fall out. So his guy was guaranteed not to finish dead last. Even if he did. I know he did that several times.
Hendricks is a crooked little bastard. I don't like him.
He's crooked, but at least he has winning cars, though.
Well, he must be doing something right. He's got much more money than we do.
What,
Right.
swallowing?
Well, if it pays the bills.
Exactly.
Wait, so you would hold on a minute. Now let's examine this for a second. Now, would you swallow if that meant you got your next 6 months worth of bills paid?
It's possible.
No.
If a hot babe came up to me and said, "Swallow my vagina juice," I would. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah! I do that for free.
If some woman came up to me and said, "Hey, lick my yeast off me and swallow it," I would for that money.
I'd eat their ass.
That too. Especially after they just got done taking a shit.
Yeah, I eat the peanut out of shit.
Yeah.
What if it was a dude that said, "Hey, you need to swallow this"?
Then I'll be like, I guess I'll be homeless. Hey, I go for innies, not outies.
Steve,
what am I doing?
Would you swallow a man's man juice if it paid your bills for the next 6 months?
No.
That's a lie.
Maybe 10 years.
Oh, 10 years?
Yeah.
So the thing is, you will do it. So that means you will do it, but it has to be at least 10 years worth of bills paid.
But I will do it for a 2025 Chevy Silverado 2500. I don't want an EV. I want just a standard truck. Still extended cab. Well, they don't even make this fucking normal cab, do they? Everything's extended cab now.
Well, it's extended or crew cab, yeah.
Right, yeah. Nothing. They don't make standard trucks.
No, I think you can still get a standard cab. It's just
but why would you want a standard cab for?
Right. You slam everything behind the sheets, and you can't close the fucking sheet.
If I could get a better truck, I'd get the same exact one as I have, but it'd be a crew cab instead of I call it the door. I call it the door and a half.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know what those are technically called, but
yeah, that would be an extended cab.
Yeah, that's what I got.
See, the thing is, the extended cab that I've always was used to was it was extended, but there was no back doors.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I don't have no half doors.
GM upgraded that later on with the half doors when they put the bench seat in the extended cab.
Yeah, because I just got that fold down fucking jump seats.
Right.
It's only a little big kid.
Theoretically, mine's a bench, but it looks like a jump seat where it just goes all the way across because I can fold it up.
Oh, yeah.
But it looks like a bench seat, but I fold it up, it looks like the jump seats.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, I turned on an old movie this morning and I watched it. And I was like, oh, man, I forgot how much I really loved that movie.
MASH?
Yeah, Huckleberry. That's just my game.
Debbie Dead Dallas?
Tombstone.
I had to get a little Val Kilmer. And
that's the one I wanted to watch. I keep forgetting.
I did. I sat down and I watched it, and I'm like, my God, man, that movie.
That was a good movie. I enjoyed it.
Val Kilmer did so well embodying Doc Holliday. Like,
he should have stayed with Westerns and not been Batman.
He was just phenomenal as Doc Holliday. I liked Iceman, but Doc Holliday, I still say, was his best role. Of course, I'm kind of judgmental on that too. You know, I mean, let's face it. I live in the Old West.
Yeah, you do.
And I've gotten a chance to see a lot of these historical sites and explore that and kind of get my own feel for an area.
Have you peed on the Alamo?
No, I have not.
Okay.
But I have been to the Alamo.
Oh.
And I peed in the porta potty next to the Alamo.
Oh. Is that next to the area where fucking Ozzy peed?
What's that?
There's a porta potty next to where Ozzy peed when he got arrested?
No, there's not. It's out in the parking lot. At least there was. I think they might have picked one up. But No, I've been to the Alamo. I've been, hey, Emilio Estevez. Did a lot of different stuff with the Brat Pack. Everybody loves him in the Mighty Ducks, but they keep forgetting. And again, probably my favorite role that he did goes back to Billy the Kid, William H. Bonney, Young Guns, Young Guns 2. He did a phenomenal job as Billy the Kid.
Yeah, I liked him in Fast Times, though.
Fast Times was good.
I was going to say...
Not saying he was bad in that one. He was good. I agree with you there. It's just I like him a little bit more in Fast Times.
Yeah.
But then again, I resonate more with Fast Times than
the Old West.
Than the Tombstone, so...
Well, and I mean, the Old West is like my favorite study point of history. It really is.
Right.
It has been for years.
Well, then I'll give it to you later, but you'll probably like this YouTuber I follow. He basically got some land out in the Old West, and he's actually making a mud hut.
Oh, nice.
Where it's like he dug into the ground, and then about halfway, so that just the three sides, and then the rest of the height, it's all just mud bricks that he just scooped out of the ground.
Yeah.
And then he took trees from the area and cut them and made the front and the roof and everything. And it's pretty cool. And he's showing basically what he's doing is showing how they made him back in the day and how you live as a pioneer, which I think is, and the cool thing about it is he doesn't do any talking. There's no talking.
No shit.
It's like, I mean, there is captions.
Okay.
That's pretty much like what they call that ASMR or whatever it's called, where it's just...
okay.
You'll hear him like hitting his hammers and everything, but it's pretty cool. So,
well, now I've got to say this: there's someone more attractive than both of you.
Adam,
John Bon Jovi
joining the show. I got to bring her up here.
Thank you. How you doing?
How's it going, Irene?
It's going. Can you hear me, or is that fan too loud?
Oh, you're sounding great.
Okay.
We were actually like talking about our favorite, different times in history. That's some of our favorite stuff. I brought up one of my favorites to study is the Old West.
Oh yeah.
And like, okay, so Young Guns and Young Guns 2 with Emilio Estevez. Love the movies, but I've been to Lincoln.
Yeah.
I've seen Lincoln, New Mexico. I've seen Old Mesquite. Are you done?
hold on.
Diet Pepsi sponsor our show.
Oh my God!
Totally family friendly.
Okay, now I am.
Yeah,
sorry.
Diet Pepsi's family friendly, but we do have one person on the show that's not family friendly. I'm not going to name any names. Certainly, I'm not going to single anybody out, but yeah, definitely not family friendly.
Well, then that means the person next to me isn't any family friendly either. So. Because he's a pervert, or excuse me, the provert here in the group.
Well, I mean, you guys are kind of competing with it now. Like, Steve was offering squirrel naked cooking lessons.
I want to know.
Who's
Yeah,
having
you
naked?
were.
You or her?
Yeah, you were. Both.
I don't know.
Oh, with nothing but the apron on.
No, not even the apron.
It's like that Garth Brooks song. She was standing in the kitchen with nothing but an apron on. You remember? I don't know if you know that
I
song.
do remember that
I don't
song.
listen to that. I don't listen to that style of country. So I
I think it's called like Somewhere Other Than the Night.
Calm down, Steve.
Steve's cracking up like, I did not. Wait a minute. Why am I getting thrown under the bus?
Yeah, you did.
She's the one that brought up taking her clothes off. All I said was, I'm a full-time Michelin chef. I could give you some pointers. And she said, "Oh, I suppose that has to do with taking her clothes off." And no, we don't cook. Then Adam said, "Don't cook bacon naked. No, you should never fry bacon naked."
Is it sanitary to cook naked?
They do it in the wilderness.
I suppose that it could be.
Like on Naked and Afraid and stuff, they're always cooking naked.
There you go. How's it going, Mike? I see you there. He says he's listening, but rearranging his bedroom.
Oh, I'm glad you said that because I
I
was
used to
like,
do
"Hey,
that
freak,
whenever
I'll
I was
come
like getting a
over and help you."
boyfriend. I'd rearrange my bedroom. I'm like,
I
goodness
got-
sake.
You know, that's the beauty of living.
I'll help rearrange your bedroom, Irene.
That's the beauty of living in an RV
Can
is
we
I
touch
cannot
the-
rearrange
The
anything.
big dressers and stuff.
Yeah, leaning on your back like you were would be good too.
Exactly.
Living in my coach, I cannot rearrange anything. My furniture is exactly where it's going to
fold it down.
be the entire time I
Exactly.
own it.
It's bolted
Well,
to the floor.
theoretically, you could because you could gut it and rearrange it.
I'm not going to do that. You think I've got that much energy?
Well, if you got enough energy to cook beans that you say don't take very long instead of making
Well,
a
no,
salad.
look, they've got to soak. Yeah, you're right. I could set it up to soak and then leave them on the counter and let them soak.
Can you even soak them overnight?
I'll give it 2 nights.
Here's the thing about that, because if we want to talk about it real quick,
Okay.
you soak your beans, right?
Yes.
Well, Emerald Lagasse,
Oh, good.
he
fucking
says
God.
you don't even need to soak your beans; you just throw them right in and cook them.
Well, okay.
I mean,
At least rinse them.
how does it cook right if they're not soaked and at least
Emerald Lagasse has also got a time lapse where he does all of his stuff the day or 2 before, and then I pull it out of the oven again, and here you go. Like, yeah, okay, asshole.
Well, that too, but still, if you don't cook your beans, or if you don't soak your beans, then how do you cook them without?
You can if you're going to go crock pot.
You cook them,
Like
yeah,
pressure
you can
cooker,
cook
like
them.
the.
Just
I
do
mean, even when I do use my crock pot to do my beans, when I make rice and beans,
Yeah.
I still soak them the night before.
Everyone has their different ways of doing things,
Granted,
and that's what the fun part of life is:
True, that is true.
diversity.
So you've been gone for a little bit. I got to bring
Yeah.
this up because we've been discussing this.
Uh-oh.
Irene, we're talking if we could get the network built up enough
Mm-hmm.
where we've got enough people that are logging in every week, catching the shows. We're planning on adding a couple of shows. I want to try to do a spin off of something that Willie Nelson did and do the Mayhem family reunion
Okay.
and get everybody together. But that would also involve me and Steve in a cook-off.
Nice.
So that being said, we would have to fly you in.
Mm-hmm.
Are we all
Yeah,
going to Texas? Or are we going to Illinois?
Would probably be in Illinois the first one.
Yeah.
But like,
I have to know like a
Squirrel-
long time in advance.
well,
Only
yeah,
because
I'd let you know way in advance. But I would pay, book your tickets. We'd make sure we got somebody to come and pick you up. And I don't know if you make it, then maybe you and Squirrel share a cabin or something.
There you go. There you go. I like cabins.
Yeah. So I'm looking at a
I like
campground.
squirrels. And I like squirrel.
Yeah.
I like all of those things.
I'm worried about Squirrel being there. I really am because she's like Little Miss Practical Joker from hell.
That's
And I'm going to have to make
We
sure
get
that my
together, like,
door is
movies.
locked.
Oh shit! Her and I would get along then,
Oh, no,
we're
she
all
would
gonna
wanna
pull
prank
pull
my
pranks
ass.
on TJ.
and I'd be with her. I'd be helping her out.
The only thing I could do is make sure that I've got more gas than Steve to protect myself.
They make gas masks for a reason.
This is a family-oriented event.
Should I bring my children? I'm just kidding.
I mean, Brad and your children would be welcome. We could probably rent a van and do that too.
Well, minus
No.
Brad anyway.
Huh?
Minus Brad.
Yeah,
anyway.
no husband.
Yeah.
What did you say about it, Irene?
Oh, I was like, I'm
just
going
leave
to
it.
I'm going alone.
She can pass
Okay,
that.
so you're going to leave him and the kids, and you're going to fly on up.
Oh,
Yeah.
sounds good to me.
That would make the most sense.
I can guarantee you, I know at least one person who is going to be begging for you to be in a bikini at least once.
Here's the thing.
We'll see how
Here's
my
the thing.
self-confidence
When she
is at that
flies
time.
in, when she flies in, she'll have to be either flying in from Bloomington or Peoria, which I'm the closest to. So that means
Or Springfield.
yeah, but you still have to go to Bloomington or Peoria to get to Springfield.
I would set it up. No, you don't. Not from Atlanta. Of course, there's another person who'd probably want you in a bikini at least once.
I think he should wear the bikini.
And see, the thing is, it'll be an edible bikini.
Little like hairs like mine.
Made out of what? Bacon?
That too. Or fruit roll-ups.
Remember how they used to sell in the Spencer stores those little candy like bikinis? Like you know.
Yeah, I remember the edible lingerie. Yeah.
Yeah. For some reason, that reminded me of that.
See, I thought about getting some
getting
of that for. I thought about getting some of that for my ex-wife once.
They don't make anything that big.
No, they don't. I couldn't get fruit roll up in a tarp.
If it's the ex-wife I'm thinking of,
Riley's mom.
the one that has the sound oompa loompa oompa dee doo when they're
pretty
walking.
much. Well, I mean, I gotta admit that since she got the bypass done, like she's dropped a ton of weight. Like a ton of weight. And she's like, "What do you think?" I'm like, "Bleh."
She still probably sets off the Richter scale when she walks though.
No, no. She's like down to, I think she's down to about $165, $170.
Ooh.
How tall is she?
What's that?
How tall is she?
5'8".
Ooh, perfect.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean, she dropped a lot, but I'm like,
Yeah.
How close does she live to me?
she's married and in Streeter.
Damn it.
Makes no difference.
Well, that doesn't mean anything. I can just beat the other guy up, and then I can take her.
Cool. The little
As long as you're
chemical
sending me
bomb-
my kid.
the
Well, see,
little
that's the
chemical
thing. I'd
bomb
be dating your
for
kid at the
him.
same time, too, because that you said I could.
You send me Riley, and then I guess I could deal with that.
No, I meant the other kid.
That's not against bro code.
Oh, you are not dating my daughter.
You said I could.
I said you could bang my daughter if you got rid of her husband.
There you go. It's still the same thing.
That's not dating.
Yeah, it's called friends with benefits dating.
That's a one-time screw and leave, you know? Hit
Well,
it, quit it.
especially if I can make a baby, I would.
You ever see that?
No!
Because I'd be calling you Daddy TJ. Hey, Daddy. What's up? What's up, father-in-law?
God,
Oh,
talk
yeah,
about
TJ.
strange. Here we go.
Okay.
Somebody
I think
older
that's
than
weird.
me
Makes
calling
people
me
very
daddy.
uncomfortable.
Why not? You know, I got Ty's uncle, or what was it? No, my friend's daughters. My friend.
What in the West Virginia?
Rewind.
Get your inbred family tree
My
straightened
friend's
out.
my
Goddamn.
friend's sister has a kid who is just 3 years old and is the uncle to my friend's 10-year-old.
Man, I ain't gonna touch that because I don't even know what the fuck you said.
I'm
Not my-
confused. Yeah.
My friend's uncle.
The point
son,
being is that
Just right
the
here.
one you think would be older is actually younger.
What do you need?
The uncle
Okay.
is younger than the nephew.
Yes. Hence.
Hey, Catherine. I'm sorry about Steve Facebook stalking you. I know it's happened.
Yeah. Now he's got Shelly and Catherine.
What, Steve? Why do you look like a donut all of a sudden?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Why did you get that look of shock on your face?
Accuse me of stalking somebody on Facebook.
What
What
did you?
Did you?
Nope.
Did you go on to her Facebook profile the first time you saw her name and start looking at all of her pictures?
I am the OTC weed.
Oh, here we go.
I will conquer Fat 420.
What
Oh,
does that have to
72.
do with the question I just
I
asked?
am the original tribal weed smoker, OTWS. Who has
Yes,
a-
I did. Fine. I just so
Thank you.
we had a common denominator. She's from Pena. And I said, "Oh, my family lives in Pena." That's all I said.
All right, let me ask you this. The first time you saw Irene in a chat room, how long did it take you before you were on her page looking at all of her pictures?
Oh, pretty quick. If I remember
You
right.
see, the thing is, I didn't have to because she
And
just said,
then Irene got to the point where she was like, I think she really liked me. And then she passed me up on her sister. She said, "Oh, here, you really like my sister." And I started talking to her sister. I probably should have. I could just.
I had a perfect match for him. It was a perfect match. Hey, Tom.
Hey, Tom.
I would have passed on your mother-in-law to Steve, not your sister.
I was going to say, which sister are we talking about? You and I talk a lot.
That's a different sister than that one.
So which sister?
You get the crazy. You get the crazy one.
I get the crazy. Why do I get the crazy one?
Because she's redheaded, and you like redheads.
I'll get the Florida one.
I think her boobs are okay. They're not as big as mine, but they're decent. Okay.
Okay.
And if she puts on weight, they might start to hurt. I don't know.
How old is she?
81.
The redhead is 81?
No, I think she was born in 81.
Oh, in 81. So she's a year younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
April baby?
May.
May what?
7th.
Oh, cool. Yeah. All right. Well, when do you want me to book a plane ticket?
Whenever. Just don't let her talk to me. I don't talk to that one, but you can still
fly her down here, and if she gets to be too much trouble, I could use her for bait for the sharks.
She didn't eat you alive already.
She ain't gonna live through me.
It's a price you pay. It's worth it.
Look, here's the thing. I was talking to Squirrel about this the other day.
Yeah.
And Squirrel says that I have antisocial disorder of some sort. Maybe not so much personality because I get along with people, but just very antisocial, especially in the most intimate of relationships.
So you're introvert, extrovert.
Kind of, I guess, yeah, maybe.
To where you don't want to be, when you don't want to be around people, but when you're comfortable around people, you're fine with around people.
Yeah.
Pretty much like me. It's like I hate people, but when I get to know them, I'll be fine with them.
But here's where it gets even worse. It's like in relationship settings, she's like, when it comes to a relationship, I go, yeah. She goes, you're a fucking meat grinder.
Ooh.
I said, what do you mean? And she told me that there is no woman out there that can last in a relationship with me. Period.
Wow.
Don't matter the challenge. You could set out whatever challenge you want. There is not one woman on the planet that she thinks that could survive dealing with me.
Yeah, I see your point.
Oh, thanks.
And I've known you for a while too, so.
Well, I'm very set in my ways.
Which I get,
Survive has like sometimes it's a good connotation and sometimes it's a bad connotation.
Of course, when I brought it up to our friend Ange is like, "Well, stop dating skanks."
Well, that's always the first. That'd be the first one, yeah.
And I'm like, I'm trying to get some of them to now go see my friends and date them. I've got a couple of single friends that I really want them to start dating them.
Are they women?
Well, a couple of my exes that were called skanks.
Which one? No. See, I don't want the dog lady, so no. I'd rather take the one that was yours that's on another show now that thinks they're all that before the dog lady.
Oh, I love that. Well, the skanks are Steve's area.
That's right.
Thanks, Puddin'.
I've never had a
That's the redhead?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Intriguing.
Yeah.
It's not as pretty in person.
I
Not
don't
as
care.
pretty in person.
Yeah, she definitely has like 100 filters on there. I promise
That's
you.
fine.
Okay, let me
To
ask
see
you
that
this.
redheads don't have any soul, so that means it'll be fine by me.
Makes
'cause
sense. It tracks as far as I know, except for my children, maybe.
Let me see. Would she make the overload airbags pop on my coach?
Oh no. I couldn't do that.
Is she
No,
gigantor?
No. She's larger, but not like, no.
All right, so when we're talking larger, I mean, are we talking like curves or are we talking like
Let me see
Huba?
if I can find it. Recent
Send me,
picture.
send it to me. I am it to me.
Yeah,
She's
I
not
am.
a booger.
Yeah, I
She's
am
not
it
a
to us.
booger.
I don't follow her accounts. So I have to go through my nephew, who is her son that was taken away from her by the state because she wanted to hang out with this dude who was molesting her children. And then she wasn't
So,
supposed to bring them around him again, and she brought them around him.
TJ?
He's in
The
jail.
desirability is going down here.
She was in jail too. She got time in jail too, and I thought that was hilarious.
I'm
I know it's
noticing.
bad, but like I think people should get what they deserve. I think
I'm noticing different things here that are like that. She's like degrading on me, but Steve, it's going up and up and up for Steve.
Yeah,
Well,
Peter
that's
Files.
Steve.
He has no limit, so I'm sure he'll
See,
be
what do
fine.
you
He's
expect
inside
from a
right now.
guy who eats a bucket of chicken across the road from a grade school? So,
Yeah,
If you
no,
care
he
enough,
only
he'll do
did that once.
hey, as they say, once a person, always a person. It's like saying that calling me sober because I didn't smoke weed in a day.
Does she appreciate Peter flies or pecker gnats?
Pecker nuts.
Does she like turtles?
I like turtles.
God.
Yeah, I think she likes turtles.
Oh, good. Then she'll be okay with Steve.
Wrong type of turtle.
I'm talking about the front turtle, not the back turtle.
Oh, yeah, but then she's
I
got
don't
to
know
put
if
some.
make it bigger, but like that's her and my daughter at the zoo.
Well, she's not horrible. No,
I didn't say she was
But
horrible.
the-
She's not as pretty as she thinks she is.
the cognitive decision making though leaves a lot to be desired.
It gets worse. DUIs, how she crashed my car by stealing it when I was trying to give it to a guy who needed it for his son. Like his son was getting out of jail or something, and he was trying to get back on his feet. The lawnmower guys that did my other sister's yard, that sister was living with that sister at the time. Like, so both of those sisters that I was talking to you guys about, my little sister's elsewhere. And she stole the title that I gave my other sister because my other sister, I don't know I don't know. I'm pretty sure she stole it. So let's just put that there. But I wasn't there, so like, benefit of a doubt, whatever, but not really.
Okay, so
she got in an accident in my car. And it wasn't registered because I wasn't driving it. I was like, who keeps a parked car registered? Like, why would I do that? And so
technically you're supposed to.
Well, I have no idea. I was giving it away. Why would I do that?
If you had already handed over the title, it was no longer your problem.
Right. But no one signed to own it. You know what I mean? So anyway, she got in a road rage accident because some bitch pulled out in front of her. And she was like, oh, no, you don't. She's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's too much. I'm like, you need to calm down. Like, I'm the type of, but you. She's just kind of like, I will go out in the middle of the street and beat you down drunk. And like, she's like.
So she's medium build.
She's taller than me.
Has made decisions that are highly questionable. Committed felonies.
Over and over again.
Committed felonies. Does she like drugs?
Mm-hmm. So they found needles in her room. When she moved out of the house, there's all kinds of needles everywhere.
Ooh, yeah. Steve don't do the needle thing.
She lies on her applications to doctor's offices and stuff. It says that she's had more like experience than she has, and then she calls out every day or just doesn't show up. So she like constantly recycling jobs and stuff. It's just it's too much for me. So that's why I don't talk to her. Because I can't handle that. Because she gets me involved in her shit. They said that they could repossess our house or like take our mortgage or something like that, or make us
foreclose on your mortgage.
No, not like that, but like where if we don't pay the money, like if the money that is needed to take care of the doctor's bills for the other person, that they could come after our house.
Yeah, they could seize your house.
We weren't even down in Florida. I'm up there in Georgia, yo. Like, let's talk about this one more time. But like, oh, Brad was pissed. He was like, you delete her everywhere. I don't care if she just die. And I'm like, yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I don't want her to die, but it's just
well,
I can't do it. She's not going to change. Like it was like 33 years. And I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like when that happened, I was like, I can't. So I just cut ties.
Nope, that makes sense. I mean, yeah, like 420 is looking appalled, and Steve's looking intrigued.
Well, you know, I'll tell you, I would probably, yeah.
So I get like all riled up about
you
it.
see, a real champion would have had an answer by now, Steve.
I do, hell yeah. I'm not hip on the redheads, so I'm just not.
Well, why not?
I've had bad experiences with redheads. They're always mean.
Redheads are my favorites.
Hot-headed, mean.
You know what I like to do with redheads?
What?
I like to get them all turned on and piss them off and leave.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if I'm at their place. I'll piss them off and I'll leave at their place to just take off.
Would she try and steal Steve's money from him? No, she would.
That is a good question.
Everything he has, sell his TV, kill his mother. Like, that's the kind of person. And then she'll pretend to be a nice person. She's like, I really want to be a good person. And I'm like, I've given her so many chances, though. You know what I mean? Like,
well, no, you got to draw a line somewhere. 33
years of being disappointed and let down because the family member just doesn't have their priorities in check or something. It's like the disappointments are just too great.
No, I get it. Like I said, you have to draw a line somewhere.
Yeah. I just couldn't emotionally handle it with all the stuff that was going on, too, because COVID was going on and like.
Right. Yeah. Well, and then we got out of that. And then, now you're finally starting to bounce back and you're looking great. You're over a year sober. Every time you come on here, Steve and 420 get horny.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
Not every time.
That means you're having a positive influence.
Oh, okay. I was like, is this a good thing or a bad thing? Steven with a boner?
Well, it's not like you're going to see it or feel it.
That was me back then.
Oh,
there you go.
Was when I first moved from Florida to, well, we moved to Tennessee first and then bought our house here. So
you're not too far off from that picture. You're really not.
I have like more like sleep bags.
Right. But yeah, and Puddin says it right here, and I have to agree. You're doing great. You look great, and I'm definitely very proud of you for keeping going.
Cheers.
Prost.
That's a drink.
Is that German?
Yes, that is German. You're absolutely
cheers?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I was just making sure. I was like,
yeah, I picked that up in the Rhineland-Pfalz district when I lived in Kaiserslautern.
That crazy sister's been in Germany, though. That's when she got her husband kicked out of the military.
Yeah, no, I can't have anybody around me that got people kicked out on purpose.
No, it wasn't on purpose. Like, she didn't do it on purpose. She just was that bad, like that horrible, that much of a problem.
Yep, nope.
that it got him kicked out. Like, that's how bad of a problem. They're like, no, you can't be in here because of.
I know chronic masturbators that they just went ahead and they gave counseling to, and she got him kicked out. Nope.
Mhm.
420, you sat up like there was something you had to say when I said that.
No, I'm listening.
But yeah.
I got a new vape because I'm ramping up my game.
Oh yeah.
Because in about what 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
We are 2 weeks away.
2 weeks.
Yesterday
2 weeks
is
away.
2
2
weeks
weeks away. I got to build up my immunity a little bit more, so I got a stronger vape.
For Smoker Mania.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
How will the winner be determined?
By count out or submission.
Well, and I'm worried about that.
Why?
Just yesterday, my grandson came. He's really not my grandson, but I call him my grandson. Brady came over,
Mm-hmm.
and we smoked off these vapes for 4 hours straight.
Okay.
And I didn't do nothing to me. So I'm worried. You're starting the show at 8 p.m. It could go into the wee hours of the morning.
See, here's going to be a problem with that because that's race season. So you better hope that it rains that night. So,
Volk says that he is very happy that Irene is on the show for different reasons.
Oh, weren't we all, Bogey?
Thank you. I appreciate that. It feels good to feel wanted, appreciated. I don't know. What's the word?
No, you know what? You and I have, when we get a chance to talk, we have great conversations.
Mm-hmm.
And then I love having you on the show.
Thank you. I almost didn't come on today. I was like, I was about to take one more week, but I was like, I should probably push myself a little bit just to do it.
I mean, I miss when we get to talk off the air. I miss our conversations off the air a lot. But no, I love having you on the show.
Steve just wishes that you didn't have that hoodie on, though. But other than that,
And Steve's the only one.
You
put on more hoodies.
It's not just Steve and me.
Adam,
Adam's not here. Try again.
Chris.
No, Chris hadn't been on in a while. I know somebody who would love to. I'm not going to mention any names.
Squirrel.
Love how he's just walking around it all together. You have had a thing for Irene for the last 3 years.
Or longer.
I love that. It's one of my favorites.
It's the cute round face, and then when I got the pictures of her melons, it became even more apparent that it's like I need someone like that.
Someone like that.
But since she's taken,
yeah, I do respect that. That's why I said, if Brad wants to come up too, he's more than welcome to for the reunion. But if not, and Irene just wants to make it a getaway for herself, we'll do that.
I don't know. It's like uncertain.
Well, it would probably be a weekend, and then we'd fly you back.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking like a 4-day weekend, fly you back. Get you back on like Monday morning, Monday afternoon sometime. Fly you out on Friday and get you out to the campground.
Camping. Actually, I have a tent in the garage that we've never used. It's like one of those family tents.
I'd get you set up with a cabin.
Oh, I can pinch a tent for you.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yes.
On a Sunday? I'm just kidding.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Are you sure that's allowed?
I don't see why not.
But you know what I'm saying? We're still in the works. I'm thinking of KOA in Springfield.
I've never been to KOA. I've seen them all the time.
The KOA in Springfield is actually a really level campground. They got a lot of cabins. They've got a pool. They've got a playground. They've got this thing called a jumping pillow.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
what
know.
is
And
that?
it's like that big.
Yeah.
And they put
Steve
the
has
hair
a
in it.
jumping. Steve has a jumping pillow behind him.
It's his belly.
I think he was talking about Alondra.
Oh, my bad.
At least he didn't bring up the other toy that Steve has.
Why did he
now.
dismember her though? Why is Steve like a serial killer right now?
I don't know. Wait a minute. What?
What's
That's
No.
you, Steven. Why did you dismember? Oh, Steve has Maria now. Who's Maria?
Oh God.
I don't know what they're talking about.
That sounds like you know what he's talking about. That sounds exactly like you know what he's talking about.
Right?
I'm just saying.
Didn't we just have this conversation?
Mr.
Does he give himself blowjobs with a puppet?
I love Mr. Steve.
The mouth is big enough or small enough.
Oh my God.
You might actually feel it.
Oh,
Hello, honey.
shit.
My name
I
is-
Oh,
almost
if it was like
choked on my
Pinocchio and
drink.
you want to be like a real boy, he would actually feel it.
Me love Mr. Steve.
Marionette technique.
I mean,
Oh.
you so pretty. Mm. Girl, you nasty.
Steve, you're going down like the bitch you are to Fat 420. He's going to win the championship. Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Was that it's a wind blow through here?
Página de demostración. Mr. Stereo always which is name my no place.
Did you hear that? Listen to this.
Mr. Steve always which is name my no place. Página de demostración.
I have no idea what I said, but
It's Tommy with his screwdriver.
And it's an Ewok. He's missing his hat. The kids took it or something, so.
Página de
Yeah.
demostración. Mr. Steve will never let me sleep.
Okay, well, I got a pet bat.
Mr. Steve will never let you sleep, huh?
Ugh, anyhow. Bring it up again, we'll vote on it.
Oh man.
Página de demostración. Mr. Steve tried to put his no part in my mouth, but it was too small.
I can't even hear that because it's so overdriven.
Oh, here. What was that, Maria? You want to say that again?
Página de demostración. Mr. Steve tried to put his no part in my mouth, but it was too small.
Oh, she's saying Steve has a small peen. Okay.
Yeah.
I really thought I was born in a good old summer sausage going on there. My bad.
Oh. Steve's cracking up like, oh my God, no.
I think he just took a hit of marijuana and he's coughing to death. It's more like the death.
Da, da,
Good bubonic
da, da, da. No, I was like, there's got to be. I was like, there's got to be an accent speaker on here somewhere. I found one on the computer. I'm like, oh, there we go.
That's hilarious.
But yep, that's Maria, Steve's new lover.
Aw, congratulations.
yes.
I'm very happy.
You can
for
see her on Tuesday through Thursday on the morning.
What does
disaster.
Alondra say about this? Is she okay with that open relationship? Or you didn't tell Alondra? Oh, that's why you dismembered her. You got rid of her so that you could have.
Página de demostración. Mr. Steve tried to get me stuck in the dryer.
Mr. Steve tried to get her stuck in the dryer.
I wonder why he would do that.
Oh, gee, I wonder. But No, I gotta admit they are having fun with on Morning Disaster. They are having fun with Maria.
Where did she come from?
Steve's not so much having fun, but
Did what's his face? D or not D? Was it DA?
Steve is actually Steve is very upset with Maria because Maria told Ray that Steve is always motherfucking him behind his back.
Exactly.
Mm.
Exactly.
Don't be surprised if when he comes over to your house, which he never will, but if he ever did, he would take that Maria and would shit right on her.
Dude, no. I've had Ray at my house. Let me tell you what happened. Okay. When Ray gets to your house, first thing he does, he finds the most comfortable place in the house. Doesn't matter if that's where you sit all the time or not. He finds it, he takes it. Then you bring him water and snacks and stuff, and then he takes over your TV.
That's the problem.
And no matter what you're watching, it doesn't matter. He's going to take it over and turn on what he wants to watch.
Sports.
And it's generally going to be sports.
Sports ball.
And then you're going to have a conversation, and the conversation will go well, but he's going to take over everything in your house, and you're basically going to be, and that's going to be about it, right?
Homeless by the mailbox in your own house.
Yeah, like, now, I was lucky. The most comfortable place in my house when he came and visited me in Peoria was my recliner. He took the couch. Like, yes.
Interesting choice.
So he took my couch. I'm like, okay, yeah, you sit on the couch. But he did take over my
this
TV.
chair is so uncomfortable.
He did take over my TV. He did turn on the Cubs, which I'm fine. I love the Cubs. We had a great conversation, and I learned a lot while we were sitting there because Goose was removing some black mold out of my bathroom.
I'll tell you what, those chairs that you had at your house in Goofy Ridge are pretty nice looking.
Oh, man. My recliners.
Yeah.
Oh, they're here.
That's good.
Those are down here. No, I love that blue one, though. That's my chair. Matter of fact, 420 has been there when I looked at Rage, and I'm like, get your fucking fat ass out of my goddamn chair.
That's his exact words. Rage is looking at him like, you're fucking talking to me like that, motherfucker?
You damn right I'm talking to you like that. Move.
And then he sat by me and shat his pants all the rest of the fucking night. God damn. Rest in peace, but still, it's like, I'm sitting there, leaning, just chilling out,
and then you know. You're like, oh.
All of a sudden, I just was like, I look, and he's over there going like that, and I'm like thinking, don't shit your pants, man.
Because it didn't have you use the right kind of fucking beans. I
didn't make beans. I did not make the beans for that night.
Yeah, he didn't make the beans because they're from the Hein Liquor or whatever.
Oh, okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they brought actually, it was Rage and his wife that brought it was Rage and Heather that brought the beans.
I wonder why they taste like a pedestrian palate person that made them.
I bet Heather could cook.
Well, I'm pretty sure she can. Now, Rage would claim that he would cook, but dude, I don't. There was 3 or 4 different times he cooked, and I'm like, I'd go home and I'd cook my own meal. Like it was that bad. Like not even someone completely stoned for 20 years would eat that.
Steve probably would. He'll eat anything.
Steve would turn his nose up at it.
I probably would. I'll eat anything.
No.
Yeah.
Would you eat the yeast out of a vagina?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
No.
I mean, I've heard of baking bread, but that's ridiculous. That was actually what an ex-girlfriend used to... That's what an ex-girlfriend used to say to me when she would get a yeast infection. I'm baking bread.
That's what it smells
and now I don't want a sandwich. Thanks a lot.
Does it happen a lot?
She was about once every 6 months. Yeah. And I'm like, get a
Sorry,
just
it disturbs
stop.
me.
Yeah. Like, you don't know how to wash? What the fuck?
My
No.
ex-mother-in-law had a
You
chronic
get them when you take
infection.
antibiotics. A lot of times you get them from taking the antibiotics.
She smoked a shitload of meth.
Well, there you go. That was
man.
a problem. She
Oh.
smoked meth and she didn't bathe.
That Dixie Crystal.
So basically, she's pulling a Steve.
Actually, towards the end there, I think she bathed less than Steve.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Don't do that, do you?
What, the meth?
Yep.
Wait a minute. Meth will make you not want to bathe?
Oh, yeah.
How the hell is that?
It doesn't want you to sleep
Because
either.
think of
You're
how
just sitting there like,
think of how the most stoned you ever seen Steve, and times it by 10, and that's a meth head. Meth heads stand around, just standing, and then they're bending halfway over, going like this, and just standing there going.
Well, you've got that face down.
Because I watch a lot of videos about it.
I used to have this big.
What's
And besides that,
bad?
I live 2 miles from Meth Town up here in Pekin. Remember?
I had this
That's
big
true.
fucking nice fucking. Wasn't really nice. A big fat man's reclining on rolling wheels in my garage. I sit that son of a bitch and just scoot all over the fucking garage. Unless I hit a rock and I was pissed off.
Would it throw you? If you hit the rock, would it throw you out of the
Fucking
chair?
right, fucking right.
Would
So
meth
my-
make you? Does
so
meth
my-
make you? Does meth make you want to poop in a lasagna pan?
Yes.
most definitely.
I
Absolutely,
was
every
high
time.
when the house burned down, I was high on weed. No way on that. If you ask me, just back in, if you would have been something, if you would have been, if you wouldn't have fucking threw a synthetic blanket on top of a grease fire, the house wouldn't have burned down. That's what you fucking did wrong, you goofy bitch.
We're supposed to just cover it like with like
Baking
get
soda.
the oxygen out of it or whatever, right?
Yeah,
Cover it with baking soda, and that would have put it out.
she grabbed the fucking comforter off our bed. It was just a synthetic fucking, with and it made we had an artificial ceiling, all those fucking ceilings out. The upstairs of the house burned worse than the downstairs.
Wow.
The kitchen and the bathroom downstairs were the worst, of course, because those was where the fire was. But like Michelle's bedroom and my bed, my room, it was just water damage because they had to pump so much fucking. There was fucking 4 feet of water in our basement right after the fire.
So Corey wants to know if Jeremy Mayfield was your favorite meth using NASCAR driver.
Hey, I like Jeremy Mayfield. I think you got a raw deal,
How do you get a raw deal if you're doing meth and they pop you for it?
It was an accident. Everybody, happens. It happens.
I think that's using performance enhancing drugs. He should be out of NASCAR for good.
Well, there's been accusations already. There's who the fuck? Oh, they were saying Christopher Bell was fucking taking some kind of drugs because he won 3 races in a fucking row. Like, oh yeah, he. Who was it? Kyle Larson was accusing him of something. I don't know. A bunch of pussies.
I like to know how the fuck
Fucking
does
guy.
performance enhancing drugs supposed to help you out when you're racing? Because it's not really about
Right, now because you
being-
go faster.
it. Don't going to make you go faster.
Okay. Here, we've got some opinions coming up in the chat room now.
Okay.
Gooden says meth is not an accident, it's a choice.
I like that. we should
I
make
gotta
t-shirts.
agree with him,
We gotta make t-shirts and just like wear them everywhere.
right? Corey's saying raw deal. He was stealing from his team and stealing from everyone else.
Yeah, it is a solid deal.
So
He made a mistake. God damn. Nobody ever makes mistakes.
well, I have never stolen an air compressor.
Sorry.
Steve, did you steal an
Yes.
dresser?
Do I need to go and refill my soda so we can play Never Have I Ever?
Oh yeah.
I guess.
You guys want to do that?
I'm okay.
I'm gonna
with it.
lose. I always lose this game or win. I
Oh.
don't know if it's winning or losing, but whenever.
I don't know if it's win or lose, but we're going to have some fun with it. We'll take some Never Have I Evers from the chat room, too. So, Steve at 420, bring Irene up to speed with your plan for your racing show while I'm getting my glass refill.
Oh,
Okay. Well, first of all, we'll do this. We'll talk about the big race that's going to come up this weekend. Steve
Okay.
might know it. It's over in Farmer City. What's the big race at Farmer City this time of year, Steve?
the Line I 100, baby.
Exactly. That's next weekend.
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
Not and actually in 6 days. 5 days. Five because it starts on Friday.
Yeah, that's Friday.
It's at Farmer City.
Farmer City.
It's a great track. There ain't a bad seat in the house anywhere you sit.
No,
I've been
no.
there millions of times. I've been at the bottom. I've been at the top. It's all good seating. So no matter where you sit, if you use your seat because it's that good at racing,
Yeah.
So they're going to be doing the World of Outlaws and dirt car late models.
Mm-hmm.
And Extreme Outlaw Midgets are going to be the supporting teams.
Oh,
So they're going to have the midgets.
that'll be
race.
good. That'll be
Friday.
good.
And race cars.
It will. Because those midgets, the Extreme Outlaw midgets, I've seen those at Spoon. Those suckers fly. I mean, it's like they don't even let up until they see the green flag or the checker flag.
No, man.
So it's going to be Friday and Saturday. Like I said, 12 p.m. pit gates open, 2 p.m. grandstands, 6:30 hot laps, and everything else after that.
There's
The
a
thing
big
is-
dog will be here. The
Okay,
big dog.
for 2 days in advance, they got reserve seating at $70 for 2 days.
That's a good deal.
It's not. It's a great deal because the thing is, let's see, how much is a pit pass? Pit pass is $35
That's all.
for each day. Yeah, so it's cheap. It's the same thing. But anyway, just a regular 2-day, general admission, $60. $60.
Oh, hell.
So right there, $60 is well worth it because it's just great.
Yeah, especially if it's a reserved seat. I mean,
Okay, here we go. Here's the actual pit passes. 3 days is $110. So that's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Thursday Thursday they let them come in so that way they can practice.
Right.
And Friday is like the qualifying and some of the the B mains and stuff, and then Friday or Saturday is all the A mains.
Right.
But a 2-day pit pass is $85. So I mean, you can spend an extra $15 off of the general admission and get to the pits. And even in the pits, there's not a bad place to sit.
Well,
so because I've been to the pits before and I've always enjoyed it.
It's pretty flat. They keep it in pretty good shape. I mean, it's
good. It's good track.
I don't remember. It's just changed. I mean, when I think of Farmer City pits, we pitted in the grass way out there because we always had a big fucking trailer. But it was I didn't like the fucking pit in the dirt. I didn't like fucking crawling around in the fucking dirt. I felt what I did.
On the inside of the horse track, the stalls.
Yeah.
I see what you mean there. I get that. But it's going to be a full show of late models, modifieds, pro mods.
Oh yeah, there'll be lots of fucking cars.
Street stocks and pro modifieds.
Oh fuck, there's going to be fucking cars everywhere.
There's going to be at least 200 cars total there, I bet.
Because them fucking big double stackers, those motherfuckers take up a fucking buttload of fucking room, and they'll all be there. Bobby Pierce, B. Shep,
Fager,
Bad
Squirrel, not the squirrel we know, but there is actually that's Actually, that's Bishop, isn't
The
it?
FBI from Illinois, fast boys from Illinois here.
Right up
So
there, my-
basically, that's that. And that's why one of the reasons why Peoria isn't doing anything, because everybody will be going there and no one will want to come to Peoria.
Okay, so this
Oh,
week is going to be Farmer City, you said?
Yeah, Farmer City's big race. It's a 75 lapper, even though they call it 100 because the day before they do 25 laps, and then
Right.
it used to be 100 laps, but then I guess it.
Man.
Who knows why they changed it, but.
All right, so you guys, here we go. And thank you for the racing update.
Oh, you're welcome.
I was totally thrilled.
I am actually looking forward to their show. They're as
Maybe
they
some fun. Sorry.
as they give the updates, they're going to start looking into national, and they're going to start looking into other local areas. And
Yeah, because
they're developing their show called The Pit Stop with Steve and Fat 420. And it's going to be talking about racing of all types. I'm actually really excited for that show to start.
Yeah, we'll even do drag racing and stuff too, which is we both Steve. I know I like it. I'm not sure about Steve.
Oh, I love NHRA.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But my man retired, man.
Because I tell you what, though, I want to bang John Force's daughter, though. She's hot.
Oh, who doesn't?
Right. I mean, I bet you even Irene would if she's seen her.
Anyway,
John Force's daughter.
John Force's daughter.
Was she hot?
Oh, yes.
John Force's wife.
No, she's even hot too. Yeah.
That's a threesome.
I wouldn't want to fuck with her though, because John Force, he's a crazy son of a bitch.
That's true.
It's like fucking with a redhead. You're all set.
Right. The thing is, his last race that he wrecked in that made him basically said, "I'm done." He still got out and was acting like nothing happened. He's like, "Yeah, shit happens," and I'm acting like freaking crazy. I'm like, "You just got in that fucking wreck and you're."
Yeah, but he just now announced like last week that he was done. That he wasn't going to ride. He wasn't going to drive anymore. Everybody said, "Oh, he's done."
Both said Byron's still in the lead.
Oh fuck! Take him out. Who's in second? Take him out.
So a little bit of never have I ever. We all know how to play the game. We're gonna go round robin, and
I'll give 5 or 10.
Let's do. Yeah, we'll go to 5. We'll make it a little shorter. We'll go to 5. We're gonna go round robin, and if I see one in the obviously chat room's going to take priority over us. If you have done it, you take a drink of whatever drink you're drinking.
Can you define round robin for us millennials?
What's that?
Can you define round robin for us millennials?
We're going to go around the room.
But which way?
I'll start, and it'll go to Irene and Steve, to 420, and back to me.
Okay. I just want to make sure that it wasn't some weird kind of like,
So, let me see. I got to come up with a good one. Never have I ever had an affair.
Define affair.
Cheating on your husband or significant other.
Intimate contact, cheating on your husband or significant other. Or wife.
So, like in high school, if you met out with somebody at work while you had a boyfriend, is that an affair?
Yes.
That's cheating.
Yep.
Well, then.
Then get your soda.
Oh, is that what we're doing? Not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a drink.
There you go.
Drink.
Chug.
We're gonna wire Irene up on caffeine and sugar. All right, your turn, Irene.
All right.
Snorting whiskey and drinking cocaine.
Never have I ever shoplifted.
Never have you ever what?
Shoplifted.
Shoplifted.
Not a
Steve, you have admitted to shoplifting.
I have.
Take a hit.
Take a hit.
Oh.
He was gone already, but that's okay. Take it. I'm a bad influence right now. Don't listen.
Right?
I gotta take another one. That wasn't very
Being an
good.
enabler here.
Oh no, my battery's dead.
Ah!
Oh yeah, that's what he's gonna say when I'm beating him on Smoker Mania.
Oh God!
Oh, my battery's
Look,
dead.
Luke says
Oh,
he's never had an affair. He's single. Good Lord. Steve's like, what am I supposed to do? Hit your vape.
if you ain't choking, you ain't smoking.
Sorry, man.
Unless you got something there to drink, then take a drink of what you're
Oh, I
drinking.
guess I stupid me. I guess I could have grabbed my other one, which is right here.
Well, there you go.
All that for nothing. There, I got my hit.
All right.
All happened.
Now, Steve, it's your turn.
You acted
Oh,
like Bill
shit.
Clinton and you didn't inhale.
I saw that too. I'm just saying.
Oh, Lord.
There we go.
Never have I ever had sex in a cemetery.
I've never done that. That's actually something I have not done, which I'm surprised of. You think I would have? That sounds like something I would do, but no.
Damn it, really? You had to bring that up. I've got one.
Oh, you have?
I have had sex at a cemetery, yes.
Oh.
Why are you thinking about this so hard, Fat 420?
I'm
He's trying to
think
get me.
No, I'm trying to think
Oh.
if I did or not, so I can take a drink. Yeah, I did.
All right, we're evened up.
Because Steve's here.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
All right, 420, yours.
Never have I ever ate a bucket of chicken in front of a school.
I feel like I'm safe in this game. For once.
Oh, yep. All right, so Steve's at 3 now. He's got 3 left before he's knocked out.
I'm gonna be happy for that. Especially since we caught him out on not inhaling. Now he's gonna make sure to do it.
Now he's going to make sure he is, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let me see. I'm thinking here.
Don't think too hard.
Now, Volk says, yeah, Irene, you're safe. Never have I ever hosted a sex toy party.
Uh-huh.
I actually haven't done that.
Or I've never been to, I take it back. Never have I ever been to a sex toy party.
Does online on Facebook count like Facebook groups?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think so.
I have friends who did like that pure romance stuff. So I don't know. I guess
Like,
I am. Or,
Hey, have you, like, was it like
I
a
didn't buy
live,
anything.
like you were there live, or?
No, they just like invite you to the group and you go, and I just
Oh,
go.
Oh,
but
no,
I'm not
that don't count then.
All right, good.
TikTok drop.
All right, your turn.
Oh, my turn. Never have I ever gotten a traffic ticket.
Come on, Steve. Smoke it up.
Steve, you've gotten a ticket.
Oh, for speeding?
Yeah.
Any type of traffic ticket.
Oh, that's cheating there. You could be more-
I took a drink. I know it's cheating.
I took a drink too. I got 2.
I've never got a speeding ticket. I've got tickets for
Traffic
other
ticket.
things.
Traffic.
I've got traffic tickets. Many of them.
They're unpaid in my drawer box. Like,
No, Volk's like, Irene got me. All right, Steve. It's yours.
Okay. Never have I ever eaten hog nuts.
What?
What, Rocky Mountain oysters?
Hog
Yeah.
nuts.
Yes.
Are you
Hog
talking
Are
about?
they the corn nuts?
No.
No,
Hog-
he means hog balls,
Big
like
ball.
hog testicles,
No, I'm gonna have to say I haven't done that.
not hog
Yeah.
testicles.
No. I want to try turkey testicles.
What? Why?
Because you never seen that movie Funny Farm?
No.
When he's eating one, and he's like, oh, the waitress just like, one more of these, and you're gonna set the record. He's like, hey, I love these. They're the most delicious balls I've had in my mouth. And then he gets said 29. Oh, you did. By the way, what are
Oh,
what
Cindy has one. Cindy is interrupting and saying, "Never have I ever had a milk dud stain."
They do fall.
This just in. William Byron's in third place now, and Red Dick is in first.
Thank God.
I don't think I have.
Thank God.
Back to Never Have I Ever.
M&M, yes. Because once I've had M&M like fall underneath me, and just like Steve said,
I
and
have
it was
had
like
milk
real.
duds stain.
And then I
All
watched
right,
the sheep.
420.
Never have I ever sent boob pics to people.
What now?
One for every person.
I've taken nude pictures.
Oh yes,
Yes, I'm well aware. I got those nude pictures.
And I
He
think
was
someone
proud
else
of
needs to
that
take
one.
a drink too.
I have sent nudes. You're right.
Yeah.
Not
Dude,
on
I
purpose.
sent mine through. I'll tell you
No,
what. The most
not on purpose,
embarrassing
though.
one. Listen, the most embarrassing one I had was when I was in the military. There was a girl back in Illinois that I was sweet on, and we were kind of sending pictures back and forth.
Mm.
And I went to send her a picture, but instead of sending the picture, I was really drunk, by the way. And instead of sending the Polaroid that I wanted to go to her, and the letter that I wanted to go to another friend to the friend, she got the Polaroids, and the girl that I was sweet on got the letter for the friend. And I was like, I was in Germany. I'm going, oh, I'm fucked. And what's even worse is the Polaroids arrived where the letter was supposed to go, and she did not get the mail. Her mom got the mail, saw it was for me, thinking it was a letter, opened it up, and got the Polaroids, and I'm going, oh, I'm even more fucked. Corey says, Steve, you need to do a meet and skeet at Mama Lee's Sandbar
I know.
and get the Rocky Mountain Oysters.
Yeah, they'll never do it. I mentioned it many times. They're a bunch of party poopers.
Oh, man, I've got to come up with a good one now. Oh,
I got to come up with another one.
All right. We got Red Dick, Bell, Byron, Logano, Boucher, Hamlin, Blaney, Elliott, Gibbs, and Chastain in the top 10.
Never have I ever asked a waiter at an Oriental restaurant if the food was made of cat.
Steve? I
I'm proud to say I
didn't
haven't.
ask if it was made out of cat. I asked what it was made out of, and they meowed. So there's a big difference. So it technically doesn't count for me.
You're safe, Callie. It's okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
I see Irene's putting her pussy in the window right now.
I
Right?
just showed off to the whole neighborhood.
What?
Irene's showing her pussy to the whole neighborhood.
Yeah.
Stop.
Drive-
Look over this.
Drive by and see.
It looks just like a vagina, though, the way it's sitting.
I can see
What?
See, look. It looks just like a vagina. If you look straight at the cat's middle slits, comes down, and it's got two really darker spots on each side, and the vagina is right in the middle there. Oh, right in between the hips.
Oh,
In between the hips. Yes. It looks like a vagina.
Dude, you're stretching to see that.
it looks more like a
Yeah.
uterus than anything.
I was thinking fallopian tubes, maybe.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Irene. I busted twice. You're up.
right, because I didn't do that. That's right. So I still have 3 keys. All right. What about this one?
Do you want to use Cindy's or you want to use yours?
Go with Cindy's. It's fun.
All right. Cindy says, "Never have I ever pooped in a lasagna pan."
Oh, good God. It never go anywhere. Where people don't know.
I can actually say I'm safe from that.
I'm telling you, it was better than shit in my pants. So,
Well, I will give you that. Take a hit.
oh shit.
And I do believe, is that 5, Steve, that you've had to hit?
Yes.
It's 4.
That's 4? Okay.
Oh.
He's got one more.
My turn?
Oh, it's Irene's turn still.
Oh, thank God.
Yes, because Cindy went before Irene because they have precedence.
I
Yep.
think. Still thinking.
Oh, I can think. I just thought of one.
Oh.
I just thought of one that's going to be the nail in a coffin.
I wonder who that's about.
I have to think carefully because there's some things I could target at people, but I don't want to like reveal my secrets. So like, does that make sense? Can we skip me for just a minute? And I'll think.
You want to skip? Okay, Steve, you're up.
Oh God, I was gonna skip it.
Do you want to pass too?
Yeah, can I get past?
All right. Steve says he's taking a pass. 420.
Never had I ever had my window up or down or not work.
Ah.
What the fuck?
Steve?
Yes, I have.
Well, there you go.
Does it count if they were like you had
And
to do it
Steve is
yourself?
out. Never have I ever intentionally bought a bucket to poop and pee in.
I've never done that.
I have the proof in the group chat.
I got it free. I didn't pay for it, so there. It don't count.
Okay. Never have I ever gotten a bucket intentionally to poop or pee in.
I didn't intentionally get it. It was given to me.
You got it.
That's true. That's true.
Okay.
And you bragged about it, so
Yeah, but I didn't intentionally get it.
take a drink.
I see how it goes.
You bragged about it. No.
Yeah, but technically I didn't buy it, and I didn't intentionally get it because I've always had it.
Volk says,
You're
never
going
have
with
I
the
ever been threatened to be kicked out of someone's house for farting.
No.
Yes.
But I did threaten to kick Brad out of the house. Like when I first got back from the hospital, like I was really angry at him and stuff, and like we were not on terms at all, like, you know, and he would come in and just fart. It just smelled like eggs. And I'm like,
Oh, hell
I
no.
just thought it was really rude. I was like, we're already having issues and disrespecting like my space because I got like candles and stuff, and I try to keep this area like it's my spot, like my space.
Right.
And so he comes into my space and farts disgustingly. Like, you can walk out of the room and do that or something. Like, you know you're about to fart, just go out there and do it. I know it's extreme, but it just smells so gross.
So I mean, you just get back from the hospital. You went through all of this trouble while you were at the early part of your sober journey.
No,
And
this
then-
was the mental one
It-
when he and I weren't at, you know, we were at really bad
This was
times.
after you were in the mental ward.
Yeah. Mhm.
And his solution to try to help improve your mental health was to walk into your space and just drop ass.
He just did it. Like,
Oh, geez, that sounds
I don't know.
weird.
and
That's
this is
disgusting.
probably too much on my half, but at the same time, like, 'cause my social worker, she was like he farted because I brought it up in. No, I think I was still in the classes and stuff, and I brought it up. And
Dude, that is the loudest bag of chips I've ever heard.
Bag of batteries.
Oh, still.
I gotta get some for my flashlight. For my flashlight.
So, but yeah. So I did kick, or I wanted to kick him out. It was really gross.
Well, Corey's trying
really
to defend him. Corey's in the chat room trying to defend him, saying that's his job. He's, as a husband, he's sharing with you.
I get that, but we weren't like on those kind of like friendly terms. Like we weren't necessarily being a husband and wife at that moment. Like I thought he was like cheating on me, and like I was going through all that stuff, you know?
Yeah.
And so I didn't trust him whatsoever. So like I didn't have like that relationship feeling to justify it, if you know what I mean. Like it's fine if you guys have like lovey heartsy feelings, but like if you guys are kind of mad at each other and you don't know where you are or what you're doing or what the future's going to be, like
right.
And I was just like for some it took me a long time to warm up to like talk to him, even sometimes like after that, just because like I was so uncertain and so like scared, and like it could be a scary thing. So excuse me, I got a cough.
No, that's fine. So I'm going to put the game on pause for a minute and actually kind of follow this down a little bit further, because now I'm interested. So now you went through all of that. Are you guys back on the relationship terms at this point? Like more husband wife, or is it is it more of a you're still kind of feeling it out and deciding?
What, buddy? No, not yet. Because I said so. Sorry. No, it's more like it comes and goes, if that makes sense. Like,
no, it makes
sometimes when it doesn't seem like a bad idea, but then there's sometimes that it's like
what would you do without him?
Well, yeah, there's that, but I'm just thinking about like as far as like not being with him, or like having him here and not being happy or something, or like it's an emotional thing for me, because like if I don't feel it, you know what I mean?
Right. Well, and I mean that's
hard to like.
That's
it's hard to feel connected to it. Sorry.
So let me ask you this. Like I'll ask Steve first to kind of make it a little easier when I ask you the same question. Like, Steve, you have Maria now. Are you happy?
Oh, no.
No? Okay. Why are you not happy?
Maria's not a real person.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, now you're in this relationship. You've been in this for a while. You've got children together. You got assets together. You got everything. Ultimately, it boils down to that same question. Are you happy?
Yeah. And I think what it comes down to is I have a hard time, because sometimes it's like my mood, you know, it's hard for me to put into like words that like make sense. Like, and because I have like the mental stuff, like, and it's constantly like back and forth, it just gets really confusing sometimes when you're trying to have feelings and you're trying to do this, but what's rational and what's not rational, what's real, what's not real, like everything comes into question. So like it's just sometimes hard to like, I think I was naive maybe when we first got together and stuff and all that, like, and now I'm older and like I don't know, for some reason I like kind of like shut the door. You know how you build walls when something goes wrong, you like can build a wall. Well, I think I built a wall, like a very sturdy wall, because that's how messed up it felt like to me. And so I still think there's a lot of wall left to like either build up or break down. I don't know.
No, that makes sense. Hey, no, and that's great. And I'm happy you're doing it. And like I said, I've noticed the difference over the last year. I'm seeing my friend coming back out, which I'm enjoying. Okay. But if you have an unresolved animosity that's there and it is directed at your husband for whatever reason, that's some definite, you have to, in my opinion, and this is me dealing with my own mental illness at the same time, you have to use the logic and the emotion simultaneously to find the answer. And that's difficult.
And communication.
Yes.
Communication is a big one. Like, you can talk about the silly feelings, but just so that like you're trying. And I like, it's not animosity towards him anymore. I think at the beginning it really was. I think it's just more like nonchalantness. Like, you know,
Yeah,
like,
you're here.
like, you know, it'll do. He's a great
Right.
person. I don't like diss on him. I'm not dissing on him. He's a great
No,
person.
no. And I'm not
And,
saying
like,
that
so
you are.
I feel stupid or selfish, like, for like saying these things, but it's just like how my feelings were, and like after being with someone for 15 years, it's just like, you know, there's still like certain things that could use work. So I guess that's kind of what I'm thinking I might be going towards. But
the thing with a relationship, and I mean, Steve or 420 and myself and you will all agree on this. It's never ending work. Because as soon as you resolve one thing and as soon as you get one thing figured out and that's going well, then you're going to have 3 more that come up. And it's never ending. And now you guys are in the hardest part of it. You and Brad are, because not only are you dealing with all of this mental and emotional baggage, I'm not even going to say trauma, baggage. But you're also raising children.
yeah.
And you're not trying to leave the children in a position where they're going to be affected later in life because of what's going on here.
Correct. Like, that's really important to me, is my children. My children are everything to me, obviously, as they should be. And like, no, I don't want to like uproot them. And, you know, he's a very good father, like very great father. Just because we may not have like a romantic kindling right now doesn't mean that he's a bad father.
Right.
You know, he's excellent. I mean, and we get along, so we make good friends. It's just a matter of like trying to find a passion, I guess. I think that's what it is. Trying to find some passion.
Okay. And I'm going to say, I know this is hard to hear. And I'm well aware, knowing firsthand how hard it is to hear this. But I'm going to say something, and I want you to keep this in the back of your mind, because you have to consider this as an option, okay? If you cannot find the passion again, you cannot find the love, you cannot find what it takes to have the foundation of a married couple, but you have a good friendship, you are good at co-parenting, and you guys can work something out, maybe a separation or divorce might be the solution. Because if everything else is there, but you're trying to get that romanticism back, and it's not happening for whatever reason, it could be him or you, or it could be his bad ass, his egg ass that he likes to release when you're trying to relax. But whatever the case may be, the honest to God fact is, if the romantic compatibility is not there, for the sake of the kids, it would be better to you know, separate but still co-parent.
Yeah.
And I mean, I see where Corey's coming from. He says it's part of the marriage journey. It's hard for the spark to burn bright all the time. You're getting older, you have kids, it happens. It'll return. You're just busy with life and the kids. And Corey, okay, some people are like that, and I get it, but they can still find the spark when they need it.
Yeah.
My ex-wife and I we fought over mail delivery. Pick a stupider reason to fight. We were always looking for something to start a fight.
I don't know who was going to do the dishes. I'm not doing them. I'm not doing them.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, I had a dishwasher. And she'd still argue about who's doing the dishes. And I'm like, I worked all day. She sat at home, did nothing. I would come home and clean the house and cook dinner and do the dishes and take out the trash and all of it, right? No, yeah, exactly, Volk, you're right. But I mean, and I didn't marry her to get divorced, but it came down to what's going to be healthier for my son.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Well, it's
bit
good for them to see parents. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Right. I bit the bullet, and I did that because, you know, that's what it took. Overtime.
What was that? In NASCAR.
Oh, okay.
Why does it sound like Steve's like getting gurgle shits right now?
Mhm.
God, I hope not. I feel sorry for Maria if he is.
I think what happened though is right when I was getting out of there, I had like distractions. Like, so when things weren't good, like I leaned somewhere else
I get it.
emotionally. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
whatever. And so I got caught up in that, and then there's still this. And so as I was caught up in that, like he was coming, like, so it's like here's his aminosity and here's like the lovey passion stuff. So Brad's aminosity was coming just to normal or neutral, and I was kind of like over on this side with like a different thing, but
Right.
it wasn't sustainable, if that makes sense.
Well, and I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't get married to get divorced. I just wound up there for the good of my kids.
Right.
I wound up there because of good of myself.
Now, don't get me wrong. Even after the first 4 or 5 years after our divorce, well, I mean, Steve heard me talk about her. 420 heard me talk about her. Was any of that nice?
Nope.
I can actually say I get along with her now better than when we were married.
You know, I've noticed that with a lot of friends that got divorced. They were butt heads all the time. All of a sudden, they got divorced, and all of a sudden, they're back to being the best friends they ever were.
Oh, I'm not saying we're best friends, but I'm saying that.
Well, I'm not saying best friends either. I'm just saying in general, they're.
Yeah, we're better now. And Hamlin's out of the pits first.
Go racing!
Yeah, right. So, but no, I can be honest about this and say I actually get along with my ex-wife now better than I did when we were married.
Right.
Because at least 5 out of 7 days in a week, I wanted to slit her fucking throat. She drove me insane. I looked forward to going to work because my 2 days off were hell. I didn't want to be at home.
I get that. That's why I took forever to get home when I was married.
I think it's because of incidents like that. Like, we would have some incident and it would like feel like it knocked me back again. Like, that there would be like a really big argument and it would get like serious to a point where it makes you think like,
why am I here?
Can I do this? Should I be doing this? Like, if it's getting to this point, like, but it hasn't recently, so that's good. It's just like we had a few moments. I think like I can be intimidating because I'm very passionate, and so like I think you're scared of me. I know that sounds bad, but like
I'll be honest. Like, if I'm looking at it through his eyes, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like he works. He's the breadwinner, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm looking at it through his eyes, I'm going to say he's not so much scared of you as he is scared of losing his status quo. Like, he knows you're there. You're going to take care of the kids. You're going to take care of the house. Things are going to be taken care of. You're that safety net while he's out there earning the money.
Yeah.
If you go he's got one of two things that's going to happen. Either one, you're going to take the kids with you. He might as well give up the house. He can't afford it then.
Right.
Or two, you're going to leave the kids with him and go and do your own thing, and then he's hung without a safety net.
Yeah.
I think it's more you do intimidate him, but it's the intimidation of what happens if she's not here. And you guys, like you said, you have 15 years of history.
Mm-hmm. I was
Is all that-
23.
Huh?
I was 23.
Right.
And don't forget the mother-in-law.
Oh, she's moving back to Florida.
Oh, there you go. I thought you were going to say she's moving to Williamsville, Illinois.
I wish. we got some empty apartments.
Oh,
We got an
Lord.
empty bedroom, baby.
He is older than I am, yes.
All right. Yeah. And Corey's saying that, his wife is 4 years older than him. And she's more tired than he is. And he's tired all the time.
Mm.
My ex-wife was 5 years younger than me. And I would walk in the door after working all week. I mean, putting in my hours, doing what I need to do all week. Here's a baby. I'm going by. Where are you going? I'm going to karaoke. Oh, I need money. And she'd grab my wallet, take $100 out of my wallet and go. Yeah. That's how it was.
The audacity. Sorry. Like, for me, like, if you had come to, like, an agreement that every once in a while she can go get some time for herself or this or that, but that just
that was there the whole time. Like, once in a while you want to go, fine. But, I want to have some time too. Her idea of me getting my time was I'm watching the kids while she's out at the bar.
Mm.
I always offer, like, Brad, I was like, if you ever want to go out and, like, take pictures or go, like, on a hike by yourself or whatever, you can go do that, but he doesn't, so.
Well,
Not
when
like-
Hamlin wins, Byron is second.
If you're not first, you're last, Ricky Bobby. Shake it big.
Yes.
Steve's got that really dirty look like he just shit himself on his face.
I think you did.
He does not like that Byron.
Crybaby bitches.
Tell me
Sounds
one
like
more time
someone.
what you think about this.
Sounds like someone I know named Steve.
Nope.
Hey, Corey, again, now speaking from my own experience and he's saying everything that 3 different marriage counselors said to my ex-wife.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah, I need time to myself. I'd plan it. I'd talk about it. And then she'd go take it, and I'm stuck there anyway. Because I would stay at home and be responsible for the kids. She'd take my money, take my car, leave, and I'm stuck at home. So tell me how you work that.
Right.
I don't think I could ever do that. Like, not like that. Like, I always ask. Like, I feel like there's this mutual respect, We may not be passionately in love, but we respect each other,
And that gives you something to work with.
Yeah. So.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like if the romanticism is not there, at least you have a mutual respect and understanding enough to be able to co-parent.
Yeah. And I think what highlighted that for me is wandering down a place where people didn't respect me. And then realizing, that means a lot more than one would think,
Right. And you've got to be able to do that. Now, I know Fat 420, he and I talked. He's got his other radio show to do tonight. As we see him prepping up his records for it.
Yeah.
What do you got there? Which one?
It's no one you'd know. It's called a band from the 70s called Petra.
Oh.
Well, the cool thing about this record is it has a Central Illinois tie.
No kidding. What's that?
Because it was recorded and produced and everything. And hold on, let me look at the back of the record to make the name for sure. Mayhem Studios in South Beacon.
No kidding.
Back in 1974. So this is a
There you
50-year-old
go.
record. And I played it already, and with the exception at the very beginning, it has a slight little skip. It plays perfectly.
Yay!
So,
Awesome. So,
granted, I spent $15 on it, but it was one that I lost. It was one that I lost, and I wanted to get back for a long time. And I finally went to Younger Than Yesterday over there in Peoria, and the last row, I'm going down. All of a sudden, I look. I'm like, "That's my one for the month." Anyway, but yes.
But yeah, like, and 420 tried to salvage his marriage for what, 20 years?
It seemed like it, but realistically, 5, 6.
And where are you at now?
Yeah, I'm by myself. And Rosie.
Did you get DIVORCED?
No, who we what?
Divorced.
Oh yeah.
Capital
About
D. We don't mean Dallas.
2-3 years ago.
But the divorce actually sets you free on other aspects.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, Steve was divorced.
I mean, again, we both care for each other and we'll work things out and talk each other, but we just feel we're not compatible. That's what I was getting at when I was talking about that earlier. So,
and you're still, you'll still help her out. I mean, you and I have talked, and
well, I have to because half my shit's still at the fucking house. So,
no, I mean, Steve went through his divorce many years ago.
Yeah.
Steve had a divorce.
Yes, Steve was divorced. He even got dong slapped in the middle of it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember that now.
Divorced once.
I'm a little bit slow because I've been hitting the stronger vape. So,
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
and I've been drinking vodka and sparkling water with lemon juice for the past 3 hours. So,
What is that like a type of what is there a name for that drink?
Not mine. That's what that's named. Oh, Corey says, wait, Matt 420 was married?
no. In my dreams.
Oh wait, I get it.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I know.
All I can say is at least I was never dong slapped.
During the divorce or during the marriage?
At least you didn't walk in on her cheating on you.
Right?
Yeah.
That would have been just outrageous.
No.
You did that as a never have I ever? Yes, I've walked in on my ex-wife cheating on me.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think of that.
Damn it. I'm out. 420 and Irene win.
So what about this? So let's say that you do walk in on let's say I walked in and Brad was going to town on some other girl. Would it be appropriate to just join?
If you want to, then yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of getting angry, just be like, okay.
And then you jump in on dog pile them.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if that's what you want to do.
Here's the ultimate scenario for you, Irene. She's in the missionary position. He's going to town on top of her.
You need Ray and his white pole.
You strap on your strap on and go to town on the back end of him.
Here, I got a better one. I've got a different. This is a different scenario altogether, but I'm going to throw this one at you, Irene. What if you walked in and you caught him going to town on another dude?
I've always been curious about that. I don't think I would like it though. But I don't know if I would like it.
And the other dude is more well endowed than he is.
Uh-huh.
I'm just thinking.
That's not much.
I think I still prefer a girl. If that makes sense. I think if I had a preference, it would be female, male. Because I'm bisexual, so that would make sense to me. Well, it's weird that I don't know. It feels like if I'm with him, then that covers the male part. So where's my female partner?
Well, that's when you trib. That's when you trib with the asshole.
Right. Your butt's not bleeding yet.
Until she gets out the dragon.
The Great American Challenge.
It's like the dragon firework on Lord of the Rings.
Yipe.
Or get those snakes. They're called snakes. The little disc, you light them, and they just go into the snake.
Oh,
Shove
I thought you were
that.
talking about like the snake for the plumbing.
No,
like,
shove that in the asshole and light it, and just
I had to use one of those the other day on my own on the septic because my hair clogged the drain.
Oh.
Stop
And I
having
know
good hair.
my hair. I mean, for crying out loud, my hair, right?
Oh.
You have better hair than I do. Stop it. It's okay. You're allowed to.
Well,
Not
that's
that I
not
have the
bad.
permission to give you permission. You know what I mean, though.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, Volt,
All right,
don't ever get
420,
married.
before you bail out of here, do you want to give your final thoughts so you can set up your other show?
Final thought. Steve's going down like the bitch he is here in 2 weeks. Irene, great to see you, as always.
Love you,
TJ, well, you're TJ. And don't forget, if you are in Farmer City this weekend, there's the Line 100. So dirt track racing is around the corner. We will be having more news and everything, and pretty soon we will have our own standalone show. So
There you go.
stick around, folks, for that. And until then, see you Thursday night.
Thursday night.
There you go.
Hi.
So,
Steve, you could go ahead and fire back at 420 before he logs out real quick.
No need. I am the OTC of Weedomania. Relinquished to me. I wear the foo-foo around my neck.
you wear poo-poo around your neck.
What?
No. I don't know, but
I almost think I should start the music.
music, no music.
I was letting 420 log out so he could start his show.
But yeah, anyway,
Oh,
see you guys later. I gotta hit the head.
All right.
That too.
pussy.
Later, guys.
All right. 420's on his way to go get some head.
Next.
Pussy.
Logical next choice.
Well, I mean, it'd be my first choice,
Right?
But no, like I said, I mean, I understand that marriage is hard, and man, you got to bust your ass at it. And just contrary to what some people may believe, there are a lot of times it just doesn't work out. It is too easy to get married. It is such a pain in the ass to get divorced. And it is illegal to kill the other one.
A lot of people go that route.
Yeah.
They're
like, prison's worth it.
This sounds too much. Kill them. Okay.
Well, and I mean, like I was telling people for a long time, take a picture of all your stuff, tear it in half, burn one half, keep the other half, because that's all you're going to have left when you go through divorce.
Bullshit. I didn't get that.
In all honesty, if Brad and I did get a divorce, I don't think that it would be like a huge argument thing. I think we would be like adult enough to do what was best for the children and like be fair.
Honestly, I mean, looking at everything right now, and if I'm understanding how things are going right now, I honestly think like you and Brad would probably be roommates. You'd still live there. You'd probably be in the room you're in right now. And, everything would be cool because he'd be like, well, this one piece that I was missing, now I could go out and I can go look.
Yeah.
And you would be like, this part that I was missing, I can go out and I can go find.
Yeah.
But then you guys would be there to support each other and go, you really want that?
I'm like, she's not good enough.
She's not good enough. Or, oh man, that's a fungus dick.
Go like
You
the
don't
whole
want
other way. Like we get the divorce and then we end up marrying each other. We're like having an affair on the other person with each other again. Like the whole like secret life of the teenage whatever.
No, I mean, I could actually see you guys actually supporting each other more as friends after the divorce and just being very brutally honest about it.
Yeah, I can see that.
And then,
I ain't got time for shenanigans.
Yeah. And then, you are, as far as sexual compatibility, you guys are already comfortable with each other. So if neither one of you is seeing somebody, you'd be like, well, come on, let's get a piece. And then, okay, yeah, we took care of it. Now you go back to your room tonight, and I'll stay in my room. We're all good. But you see what I mean? It's like I could see that.
Mm-hmm. I could see that too. I think that's what, like, it seems like. I feel like if something did happen, that we would probably just stay in the house together and co-parent.
Yeah. And then obviously when the kids are all over 18 and grown and out of the house,
then we can sell the house and
then you would sell the house, you'd split the money, you go your separate ways, you do what you want to do.
Right. And the kids would be old enough to understand. So.
Exactly. So, I mean, if you wanted to move in with Steve as a bad example.
You can only stay here for 3 weeks in a year. So sorry.
I'll just change my name. Me, myself, and Irene will all visit 3 weeks in a row. I'll be there for 3 months.
Brand new, just bed and they've never been slept in.
Or if you wanted to come to Texas.
Hey,
don't go to Texas.
Hot. Bubba the Baker.
Bubba the Baker.
But if you wanted to come to Texas and just be here for a while.
Bubba the Baker's got a house.
See, my thing is I'm not sitting still. After Riley's 18, there's a reason I wanted this coach.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be doing a lot more traveling. No, I'm not doing that either, Corey. Good God. Accusing me of planting seeds. Irene's already planted enough seeds. You don't need to know about them. But no, I fully intend on traveling. I don't want to be, after Riley's 18, I don't want to be tied down. I want to be able to load the bike, hook up the truck, start the coach, and go. And if I want to be gone for 6 months, I'm going to be gone for 6 months.
Freedom.
Yeah, exactly. And that's exactly where I'm at. And that's the beauty of this coach, is it allows me that freedom.
Yeah.
Because I can take home with me.
See, but you like to be alone a lot, right? Or no? Because I'm finding, like, some people are just fine being alone, like 6 months. Like, I think I'd go crazy. I could probably manage through it, but I think after like 2 days, I'm already missing people. It's because of my personality, though, I think.
Well, I mean, I've still got people to talk to. Yeah. I still do the show. I mean, this internet is totally mobile.
Nice.
This internet I can take with me wherever I'm at, as long as I have a Verizon signal and I can start the generator. I have internet. Yeah, Bubba the Baker says it right there. Stay the night, leave in the morning. Relationships are too much work. So I've still got internet. I can still talk to people. I can still watch TV wherever I'm at. I can still do all the stuff that I like to do. But I want to visit different areas. I want to spend a month in Dodge City, Kansas. Believe it or not.
Are you going back to like the Western thing?
Yeah. Kind of, going back to studying some of the stuff that I want to go up and spend a couple weeks in Kearney, Missouri.
I have a lot of friends in Missouri.
Kearney, Missouri is where the James farm was at, where Frank and Jesse James were born.
Okay.
I could follow so much in the Old West and just go. I
think I want to go. I think I want to go Louisiana, Alabama, Louisiana. I'm gonna go to the coast, Gulf.
Yeah.
Right in there. Yeah, that'd be cool. Not during hurricane season, though. No.
I mean,
But
I'd love to try to travel the Oregon Trail, but every time I tried to do it on the computer game, I ended up dying.
A dysentery.
That was it. I died of dysentery.
Your horse is drowning in the river. You're now walking with your family through.
Yeah, right.
Oklahoma.
I've never been to Yellowstone. I'd like to go to Yellowstone. I've never seen the big fucking trees.
Yeah.
I can't. I saw the Grand Canyon when I was a kid. I'd like to go back because I know it's just a big. It's actually my dad.
That's a great idea for you, Steve.
Oh, there it is. It's a big fucking hole in the ground. We got the corner on the left.
I would eventually like to fly back to Germany. I do want to. I do want to fly back to Europe and go see some of the places that I lived when I was stationed over there. Corey says that's his wife's plan: getting the coach and travel, home base in Tennessee, maybe to recharge.
Tennessee, yeah.
I will probably, me personally, my home base will either always be Central or West Texas. Unless it gets way too expensive, and then I'll bounce it right across the state line and I'll be back in southern New Mexico. But I won't, as far as home base goes, I'll never leave the Southwest again. This is my home. There's no way around it. It really is. Hell, I'm writing a book about my first 6 years living down in these areas.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is coming along great. And now the Fat 420 is gone, I'll give you guys a little taste.
Oh.
Because he cried about me sharing too much.
Not yet, buddy. Soon. On the floor.
So let me see here. I want to go back to chapter 12, I guess. All right. So we'll pick it up. When I was working for the limo/taxi company in Las Cruces, there's a gentleman that opened up a factory across the street. And the factory was the factory that designed and made the fleshlight.
Okay, stop right there.
What?
What is a fleshlight?
Okay, a fleshlight is a portable vagina inside the casing of what looks like a flashlight.
Oh, okay.
Okay. They also have now the flesh jack, which is kind of the same thing, but it's now a phallus that will pop out of the flashlight, so to speak.
It's a lightsaber.
Yeah, kind of. And then it's marketed to homosexual men.
Okay, that's I had heard you speak of this before, but
you've never seen a fleshlight.
No, sir, I've never seen a fleshlight. Yeah, I thought I was maybe hearing it wrong. I don't know, same fleshlight.
So when we met the plant manager, so to speak, of the factory, he brought over a sample of the fleshlight when it was still brand new. It was a new concept.
Okay.
And gave it to the owner of the company I worked for. Okay. Now, Scuba and I were sitting there when he got handed this, and he opens it up and goes, "Oh my God." And he hands it to Scuba, and Scuba looked, "Oh, son of a bitch." So he hands it to me. I look, like, "What the fuck, really?" And we all got a good laugh out of it.
All right.
Then our boss told us, go get our cars ready for the night. Scuba was driving limo. I was driving taxi. Go get our stuff ready for that night. And he had paperwork to do. And then he closed the office door, his office door, and the main office door behind him. And that's where I'm going to pick this up. And now, mind you, our one of our other drivers, Janet, had showed, and we'll call her Janet because that's what's in the book. She had showed up. She was older than all of us. And she goes running past us and goes, "Hey guys, hey all, hey, I have to get some things ready before I go to work tonight." And she hurries past us and runs into the office. So I turn and I look at Scuba and I go, "Scuba, you don't think that our boss, you know," and I kind of let my voice trail off.
Mm-hmm.
And Scuba goes, "No way. He isn't that dumb." With an emphatic shake of his head, no, he wouldn't do that. And we hear Janet yell out of the office, "What the hell is this thing?" And Scuba and I just started laughing uncontrollably. There was nothing we could say.
My flashlight goes back.
Our boss follows her out of the office. And he goes, "You know what? Why don't you stick your finger in that thing and tell us whether or not it feels real, Janet? You would be the expert." And she goes, "Well, TJ's a little slut around here. Why not make him test it?" And I'm just like, "Hey, leave me the fuck out of this. You were the one that had to go snooping." So she looked a little squeamish, but then she took the top off of it and proceeded to push her finger inside of the fleshlight. And the look of squeamish went from a look of disgust to a look of horror on her face. And she started yelling again when she went, "Oh my God, it's wet, warm, and sticky!" And quickly removed her finger from the fleshlight, threw the toy at our boss, and ran to the bathroom. That's it. That's the next teaser. That's all you're getting.
Yeah. I think if that ever happened to me, like if I was a witness to this, I would never forget it a day in my life. Like every day I would be laughing my ass off about it. Like just like
I got to witness it. I laugh my ass off about it to this day. You gotta figure that was 20 years ago. I'm still laughing about it today. And the only thing that could make it better is if like Fat 420 tested, or no, even better, if Ray tested out a fleshlight and then gave it to Steve. And then Steve put his finger in there and went, "Oh my God, no!"
No, Steve would probably think it's glaze from his donuts that he stole from the
Oh
office.
God. Steve, if you pulled something wet and sticky out of a fleshlight, you would not lick that, right?
He's already licking his lips. Look.
No, because I've had my finger in my pocket pussy, and it wasn't wet or anything.
You didn't turn it on first.
I'm not gonna say that.
All right. So Corey says, "Steve, they make one that has a motor and Bluetooth that will stroke you when you're watching porn and makes it feel like you're in the movie."
That would be badass.
Now, I still know the owner. The owner is still the younger brother of a friend of mine, which makes it even worse because that friend of mine is actually one of the higher ups at the county jail.
Oh. Yeah.
So I'm like, wait a minute. So you are here at the county jail and your brother makes porn toys? He goes, "Yeah, pretty much."
Yeah.
The forces are balanced.
Yeah. He's like, "We're balancing out good and evil."
You know what would work for me? This is, so if somebody wanted to invent this, I'll tell you what's very erotic for me. Is like women that they don't have great big long fingernails, but just little fingernails. And then they're just running their fingernails over my inner thighs, around my testicles. And oh, God damn. Huh.
So
You like it when girls put their fingernails around your testicles? Do you want them to tickle your gooch?
Yeah, it works.
Yeah.
So
that's what it sounds like. Yeah. See, for some reason, I just have to have that.
Making. It was disturbing. I'm disturbed.
you and me both.
Just getting way too excited about that. Way too
I mean,
excited.
I'm very disturbed
Mhm.
that I can find this on YouTube.
That is, I mean, you'd be surprised when you can find something.
Oh, you can find anything on YouTube,
Oh,
man.
about the nut.
It's on you to
About the
move.
nut. Oh, no. Oh, shit.
Immediate divorce.
I know, right?
Shit.
No.
Oh,
No. I don't think I would ever want to have sex with that ever again if that's
oh,
like ever.
oh,
Like,
oh, shit. Oh, my God. Oh.
Oh yeah. Here
Oh,
we go.
hell no. Immediate divorce. Immediate divorce. What the fuck? I didn't tell you to start playing yet.
Dude, it's something with your computer because it happens every Sunday at this second time.
What? The
Every
computer
time.
is saying that's it, I'm done?
And no,
No, it's because I was playing around and trying to find different shit this time. I know what it did this
that
time.
was getting, I'm glad you shut that off because that was getting kind of hot.
What? The
Yeah.
I'm about to nut was getting hot?
Oh yeah.
you missed, like, you were like putting all that stuff on. You should have seen his face. Like, I'm
Well,
sorry.
I was kind of paying attention to what I was doing, so
Yeah, no. I know. That's why I was disturbed.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at his face.
Yeah, it was getting hot, man. Oh hell. Good thing my hand's
Oh, my
right
God.
here.
Corey said, "Damn it, that sounds like 420."
No, that's what I like, and I put that. Sometimes I use Pornhub, but I'm not gonna use Pornhub on this new phone because it infected it. I'm pretty sure it did.
Dude, I can't use Pornhub anymore or YouPorn because those are
yeah,
banned in Texas.
you live, man.
I mean, now Texas is trying to pass a law to take kids off of social media,
Oh wow.
like teenagers.
Who's
Oh.
doing that?
State of Texas, they're off on this tangent of like, what the fuck, you know?
Yeah,
And I don't get it. I mean, this state used to be like, hey, live and let die. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Grow weed,
Maybe it's
smoke it.
because like so many people are getting like it's becoming more and more dangerous out there. Like, and so they're trying to protect them. Like maybe they're kind of try to come from it from that aspect.
Again, I think it's good intention. I'm not going to take away that I believe it's good intention,
Mhm.
but it's bad result.
Right. They're just gonna do it anyway to find something else. It always happens.
You've got to be able to let people be themselves. The end. I don't care if you agree with them or not. Let them be themselves.
And me.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, don't be around them. It's that simple.
Exactly.
And with that being said, and that being where I'm at with that. No, Steve, you're not going to hear orgasm stuff this time. We'll do the flamingo.
Like she's like, I don't know how the girls are like. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, right? All right. Steve, your final thoughts.
Final thoughts. 520, I know you're out there listening. Just remember, buddy, on 419, 420 will go down. You will bow down to me, the OTC, the original tribal chief of weed. I'll be back on tomorrow morning with another Stoner Rhino on Wake and Bake on Facebook, YouTube, and all those other beautiful streamers. Thank you.
And what about Tuesday?
Oh, Tuesday, I'll be back on the Morning Disaster. And Maria will be back. My baby Maria, I'm sure. But that's Tuesday to Thursday. Free on Facebook, Twitter, Twitter, X, Twitch, whatever. Then
I saw that.
Thursday night fighting. Saturday,
19.
subscribers, Patreon, morningdisaster.net. 7 free days. Check it out.
So there you go. Irene, your final thoughts tonight.
My final thoughts, man. I have like so many right now. There's so much going on in my head. I'm running away with the disturbed face. The face that Steve made is my final thought. I don't know why, but like, what in the actual fuck? It's disturbing.
Do you need me to send you a picture afterwards to make you feel better?
Yes.
I'll send you a picture of my clean kitchen.
Thank you. I love you.
Oh my God.
Shut up. I'm just kidding.
Oh!
Got us in this place in the first place. Well, no, it was your face.
Your face, and now I'm going to have to pay for counseling for Irene because of that face you made.
I'll send the therapist bill to you.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. You're welcome.
God. Here comes another $400, you know? Well, I was happy to have Irene back. I'm happy I got Steve to make a disturbing face. I'm sorry it disturbed Irene.
No, like it was just like because you were so distracted, and so all I could see was him, and he was just like it. You have to look at it like.
The good thing is you don't have to wake up to that face.
What?
I say a prayer every morning of gratitude.
Corey says Steve will be known as Fat 419 after Smoker Mania.
No, I think I want to be Fat 422.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in. The active chat room, you guys were great. We will see you Thursday night, 9 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. East or Mountain, 10 p.m. Eastern. Thank you again for tuning in. This has been Mayhem's Amigos. I'm TJ. That's Irene. That's Steve. And we will see you next time. Good night, everybody.
Bye, Corey. You take care too. Bye.